Money Online, Play Technology and Logitech present Aspect of Gaming's New Zealand National Dota 2 Championship for 2015. The NZD 2015 League has been designed to attract teams of all skill levels and consists of 3 qualifying rounds, 1 championship bracket and 1 grand final, which is to be held at Aspect of Gaming's TI5 viewing party on the 9th of August at Vector Arena. The first of these qualifiers, Open Qualifier 1, was held on the 28th of February to the 1st of March, where 28 teams went head-to-head to determine which one of those teams would progress to the championship bracket. The 28 teams were split into 4 brackets, with the winner of each bracket progressing to the second day's play. In bracket number 1, Tankers and Cash, or in this particular tournament known as Poof Gaming, managed to make it all the way to the end of the first bracket and actually beat off Polywalks here in the finals of that bracket, which was a must-see watch. It was a very good game. And the only kind of expected casualty from this particular bracket was Corruption Gaming, who've been around for some time. They were actually bumped down to the lower bracket by Poof Gaming, and were actually eliminated by Polywalks in the semi-finals of the lower bracket. Again, a good game to watch. In bracket number 2, we had Team JGJJJ go all the way through to the finals, virtually unopposed until they hit the fourth, which is Monique's Dumb Boys, who would just seem to be the powerhouse of this bracket, completely obliterating everybody all the way through, even in the final match. But in saying that, clutch plays were had, and it was a very close match. Particularly, there was a couple of plays there by Dazzle that just really turned the tide for this team, and a couple of kill steals there by Napkin that managed to make the game at least entertaining. In bracket number 3, we had long-time veterans Fortua Gaming. They were expected to go through to the semi-finals, if not the quarterfinals, but they were actually taken out very, very early. And the newcomers to the scene, Ballers of New Zealand, or BNZ, they did really, really well. In fact, they were knocked out by Murum in the first round, and it fought them again in the finals, but this time taking it in a very, very tight, close match. It was so tight, in fact, it was you can see here at 39 minutes, it was 28 for 28, and it was this one team fight that really determined the outcome of this match. From there, they got a very quick set of racks, and then, of course, it went downhill. NRM being knocked out from the competition. In bracket number 4, we had probably, unusually, some of the most seasoned teams ended up being in the same bracket. This is just due to randomness. And veterans Auckland Eaton, who have placed very well on a number of tournaments in New Zealand scene, considered the favourites actually to take this out. They were beaten by relatively unknown teams, particularly in Rivalry Thrust in the semi-finals, who just took them out in a really convincing one-sided match, which was not to be expected, given that this is ace. Of course, they were beaten themselves by a long-time tournament returnees, which is King Hypnotoad, who actually played very, very well, and they had a crazy, crazy finals where there was just so much going on all the time that it was hard to, for the commentator, poor commentator, to keep up. You can see on this match there was just so much going on. This gave us day number 2 for the qualifier. The top 4 teams, of course, being MDB, Monique's Dumb Boys, Poof Gaming, Ballers of New Zealand, and King Hypnotoad, all progressed onwards, and much fun to be had. Here we go. In day number 2, Monique's Dumb Boys went up against King Hypnotoad, and King Hypnotoad pulled off one of probably the most entertaining plays of the match as a result of this first game. So this is going to play that for you just now. Set the pace for the entire day as big play after big play was played by many of team, but unfortunately Monique's Dumb Boys being dropped down to the bottom bracket and eventually taken out by Ballers of New Zealand, who in themselves took out Poof Gaming, or Tangos and Cash, and that gave us the top 4, which was Ballers of New Zealand, Monique Dumb Boys, and King Hypnotoad versus Ballers of New Zealand. Obviously Ballers of New Zealand twice, but you can take that out. we ended up with the finals, which was King Hiplerton versus Ballers of New Zealand in a very tough best of 3, but in the end it was King Hiplerton who took that out, and they are the champions for the qualifier 1, going on to the championship bracket, returning hopefully to at least go for top 2 positions. Well, that was Open Qualifier 1. That was Open Qualifier 1, and if you have if you want to keep in tune with what we're doing, then go onto our Facebook page, hit like /APOGNZ, our Twitch as well, the 2 Twitch channels as well as our Twitter feed, and that will keep you up to date with what's going with APOG, particularly with the NZN 2015 Championship. We are very close to the next set of bracket, which is happening on the 11th to the 12th of April. That is the Invitational, APOG Invitational, where some of the top teams will be competing for 5 positions in the championship bracket. Stay tuned and hopefully you enjoyed that, and we'll be back for the next matches, something like that.